Once upon a time, in a small village on the edge of a dense forest, lived a curious boy named Rumi. Rumi was known for his endless curiosity and constant questions about the world around him. One day, while wandering through the woods, he came across a narrow path he had never seen before. Intrigued by the mystery, Rumi decided to follow it. After hours of walking, he arrived at a tall golden gate. Above the gate, glowing letters read, "Welcome to the land of light." Curious and excited, Rumi gently pushed the gate open, and instantly, the world before him transformed. He found himself in a realm bathed in radiant light. The sky was a perfect shade of blue, the trees shimmered with a soft glow, and the air carried the sweet scent of flowers he had never smelled before. As Rumi ventured further, he met a golden bird that could speak. "Welcome, Rumi," the bird chirped. "I know why you are here. You seek something beyond the ordinary world, don't you?" Rumi was startled to hear the bird call him by name, but nodded in agreement. "I can guide you," said the bird, "but you must be ready to face 3 trials." Without hesitation, Rumi agreed. The golden bird flew ahead toward a large, majestic tree in the distance, and Rumi followed. When they reached the tree, the bird said, "Your first trial is to find a hidden key within this tree. But beware, there are many illusions here." Rumi began to examine the tree, searching for clues. He saw numerous keys hanging from the branches, but something about them seemed off. He noticed a strange shadow at the base of the tree, and when he touched the ground, he found a small golden key buried under the roots. "This is it!" Rumi exclaimed with joy. The golden bird smiled. "Well done, you have passed the first trial. Now, let us move on to the second." The bird led Rumi to the edge of a wide, crystal-clear river. "For the second trial, you must cross this river without getting wet, but you may only use what you find around you." Rumi looked around. There was no bridge or boat, only a few large stones scattered across the river. He tried jumping from one stone to another, but they were slippery, and he almost fell. Then, he noticed large leaves floating on the water. Swiftly, Rumi gathered some leaves and fashioned a small raft. Carefully, he used the raft to cross the river. Once he reached the other side, the golden bird smiled again. "Impressive, but the final trial will be the hardest." The bird flew to a sparkling crystal palace on top of a hill. Inside this palace, there is a magic mirror. Your task is to find your true reflection. The mirror will show you your most honest self. With courage, Rumi entered the crystal palace. Inside, everything gleamed with a radiant light. When he stood before the magic mirror, he saw many reflections of himself. One looked strong, another weak. One was filled with joy, and another with sadness. Rumi paused for a moment and realized that he was a mix of all these reflections. His strength, his weaknesses, his happiness, and his sadness were all parts of him. As he accepted this truth, the magic mirror glowed brightly, and all the reflections merged into one whole image. Rumi smiled, knowing he had found his true self. When he exited the palace, the golden bird was waiting outside. "Congratulations, Rumi," said the bird. "You have completed all the trials and proven yourself worthy of becoming a guardian of the land of light. But the choice is yours. You may stay here and live in this world of wonder, or return to your village and bring the light to the outside world." Rumi thought for a moment, then said, "I want to return. I wish to share what I have learned and help the people of my village." The golden bird nodded in approval. "A wise decision. Remember always that the light you carry within your heart is more valuable than all the light in this land." With those words, the golden bird flapped its wings, and suddenly, Rumi was back in the forest near his village. Yet something had changed. Rumi felt stronger, wiser, and more prepared to face the world. And whenever he looked up at the sky, he knew that the land of light was still within him, ready to be called upon whenever he needed it. From that day forward, Rumi lived his life bringing light and wisdom to his village, and those around him felt a peace they had never known before.